What I'd like to talk about really quick is, well, really quick, but the ramifications of flattening global education and the impact future Web 3.0 applications are going to have on the web and on business in general. And most people, I think, are unaware of a developing trend. And in many respects, what's happening to the web happened to the gold rush in the 1800s, where there was all these independent individuals rushing out, staking claims, becoming really rich, and in many respects, the web has been compared to that time right now. We're living in the gold rush era of Web 2.0, and everyone is rushing out. The reality is right around the corner, probably within 5-10 years, most, at the max 10 years, probably more likely within 5 years, you're going to see Web 3.0 develop. And what's going to happen is the web's going to contract. And you're going to see companies basically gobbling up huge chunks of the web. Now, you may find this hard to believe, but that's what's going to happen. And one of the first big areas, and I believe one of the gems, so to speak, to do this is flattening global education. And I'm going to tell you why. If you create a tool that allows everyone to access the best education available in the world, and a tool that allows anyone in the world to create the best content available that can be distributed to anyone in the world, basically what you've done is you've flattened global education. Because whether you have a school, whether you're homeschooling, whether you're running a university or an educator or just an individual, you're going to utilize that application because it's going to improve what you're getting. And also what's going to happen is such an application is going to affect not only the students, the way they study and learn, but it's going to affect the very schools themselves, and it will cause them to evolve into a new kind of school, more as a fraternity type of environment, or a workshop. If you're an actor, you would understand the term workshop. Or if you're a scientist, more of a lab. The idea of the lecture is going to go away, because the lecture and the information that you need for education is going to be provided by this one source. And not only that, the teachers will change, because the teachers not only will be, I would say 40 to 60% of the efficiency or the time of a teacher is spent doing lesson plans, doing administrative work. It's not teaching. In the future, all that's going to be gone. And what the teachers are going to be spending their time on is actually on the process of educating, creating critical thinking skills, becoming more of a mentor, or in Japan we call a senpai, to their students. And even, I believe, the role of students will change to reflect that, where you will have older students teaching younger students. And because you'll have in place a tool for them to use. You'll have a place for them to facilitate education in that respect, because they can be the teacher, right? They can teach basic skills to their students or to their kohais or their juniors, because we provide a platform, a tool for them to do so. Now, going back to the central question that I posed, was the shrinking of the internet, and how is that going to happen? Well, for example, the initiative that I have underway, called eSingularity Initiative, its goal is to bring about eSingularity. eSingularity meaning education singularity, which means a point where all source of learning comes out of one pipe or one plug or one location. That's eSingularity. Now, what will happen with eSingularity is this, is the tool, the multimedia tool that will enable 2-year-old to learn, means, in essence, that we're capturing a 2-year-old's attention. And as that 2-year-old grows, as they become older, certain needs will manifestate, such as the desire to link up with their friends and to send email, voicemail, whatever, or avatar mail as we call it. And so what do we have in essence? We have just become their Facebook. And we've just become their Google for email. So, in essence, if whoever captures global education and captures the 2-year-old spectator or the 2-year-old learner is going to capture a significant part of the web. And that's not my goal. I did not set out to think, oh, how can I capture, how can I bring down Google, how can I, how can I take away from Microsoft or so on, or Yahoo. I mean, that's not my intention. The realization of this has come out with the thought process of me thinking about, okay, so, we want to create a solution that a 2-year-old can benefit from. And what would the implications be on the web from having a 2-year-old as a captive audience? Because if you have the 2-year-old, you have the parent. If you have the parents, well, why not provide them all the tools that they need to do business? So, if you think about it, what I'm saying is very, I think is, it's very common sense, and I don't think there's anyone who can argue the opposite. And I think it's the reason why Google is actually looking and thinking about us, because ultimately, as this project develops as an open source project, I think it can evolve into one of the most flattening developments for the web, and probably one of the most disruptive elements to impact the web in the 21st century. So I just wanted to leave that with you to think about. Whoever flattens global education walks away with the holy grail of the internet. I think a significant portion of the internet will be at their command. And as an investor, I think you should back my team, my project, my idea, because I think I have the only real idea on how to do it, the only real solution on how to flatten global education, a solution that will not require anyone to read or write, because I was dyslexic, and I could not achieve in our current model of education because I couldn't read or write very well at 9. So I want to change that and create an opportunity for every child, regardless of language barrier, regardless of writing ability, to learn and create the tools that will enable any society, any community to take existing content, existing knowledge, translate into their language, put their language to it, their written language, and then provide a mechanism to push that information to an audience, in this case students, or adult learners, or whatever. So there's a lot at stake in this project, and if you want a business plan, I'll tell you, I kind of have one, but it's, by the time I finish it, this project will be funded. If you want, financials and stuff, use your imagination. Think about what we're looking to do. The financials are all there. A lot of the information, a lot of the things that we're doing, we're reaching across a new paradigm for the web. And just as Sun Microsystems founder invested $100,000 in Google, he had no idea what the impact Google would have on the internet, on the web. But he saw the possibility in the solution, in the tool. Yeah, I don't have the code written, but I have the team, the technology, and everything else in place to actualize the dream of flattening global education. Learn anything, any place, any time. That's La. That's the mantra for the e-revolution. Thank you very much. My name is Michael Trout. I'm the founder, the e-revolution dictator at eduit.org.